Hello, this is Inside the Press Box with Sunil Sunder Raj of the Everyday Fan Sports. Tonight, I'm happy to be speaking with Jack Inserra, junior defensive lineman on the Northern Highlands Regional High School varsity football team. Jack, once again, thanks for taking some time out to speak with me tonight. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thanks, Sunil. It was great being on. It's great being on here.
Hey, congrats, Jack, as said, on just absolutely tremendous, 2021 season. Winning a sectional title. I know that you guys, it was a bitter defeat, in the regional championship against Irvington at SHI Stadium at Rutgers University, but still plenty to be proud about. A lot of accomplishments, said on and off the field. We've had some time now to just reflect on this past season. Just wanted to ask you what comes to your mind first and foremost, Jack.
Well, that win against Rampo was really something special. I've never experienced something like it. Just beating your rival in front of that many people, and it was exuberating. It was great.
I mean, you guys 12-1, 5-0 in the Super Football Conference Patriot Red Division. I was just jotting some of the numbers down. 3 shutout wins. 8 times this team scored 30 points or more. You guys started the season at SHI Stadium, ended it there. You talk about both on offense, defense, special teams. Everything, just coming together, clicking on all cylinders. What a team. 17 seniors on this team, but, as you talked about it before we came on the air, the juniors that, said contributed to the success of this team. Just to be able to roll through a season like that, that's impressive. That's not easy to do, but you guys were consistent from game one.
Yeah, it was just hard work and dedication. We did not stop. We all bought in. We all believed in each other. We believed in Coach Russo and all the coaching staff, and we were ready to win everything.
I'm wondering what the message was, heading into the season, with, COVID last year and the shortened season, but, here almost back to normal, with the practices here. I just had to ask you what Coach Russo, the rest of the coaching staff, what their message was to you guys, before the season started.
Don't take anything for granted and just keep working hard and obviously do your job and the plays will come to you.
I had to ask you that first game, Rumble in the Raritan against Somerville. That was a great win to kick off the season. What did it mean to you guys, to get that first win under a belt at a college football stadium?
It was so great. It was awesome. I've never played in an environment like that at Shea Stadium, I think. Mm-hmm. And at Rutgers, it was great. Coming through the tunnel with the flag and the smoke and all. Yeah. And it was just really awesome. And once Enzo got the MVP trophy, we all were just so happy for him. And obviously we won, but it was just a great feeling.
You had, some tough wins, this season. Where you guys, almost lost your first game of the season, but you guys were able to win. I think there was one game, I know it was against Morris Knolls or West Morris, but it was at home. You won 33-30 in a driving rainstorm in the second half. Daniel Moore, kicks the game-winning field goal. I said, late, unbelievable how he was able to, under a pressure situation, be able to do that. Just talk about some of the games that you guys were tested and you were able to rise above and, come out with the win.
Well, that game for sure against Westmore Central. Clifton was a really tough game. Pick 6 right off the bat. And that definitely was all right, let's just buckle up our helmets and just get back in there and keep fighting. And we pulled it out, obviously. And Ben Scrimmage with the pick 6 at the end to seal it was just great. Mount Olive was a pretty tough game too. They were really solid. They were a really solid team. They had good coaching, but obviously we pulled through and ended it. But that's pretty much it. East Orange was not East Orange. East Side was a tough game too. They had a lot of good athletes. But again, we pulled it through and 12-1 on the season. We can't get much better than that.
That's true. Hey, I wanted to go back to that Rampo game because talk about one of the most emotional games that probably you guys have played in ever, with the tragic passing of Rampo head coach Drew Gibbs, and the fact that the game had to be postponed to I think what the day after Thanksgiving it was. Just talk about playing in front of what, 5,000-6,000 people. Just I mean, it was stands were packed. I mean, there was alumni from both schools. I mean, there was so much media there, but you know, it's hard. I mean, you're playing for a sectional championship, and here you have, said with Drew Gibbs, said a legendary coach, here. Just talk about, just the week leading up to that game day itself, and then just taking the field and playing in that type of back and forth game that went right down to the wire.
Well, we could have played that game a week earlier. Yeah. We were ready for them. We were beyond ready, and the pass that Drew Gibbs was obviously awful. It was terrible. Yeah. What happened. But, yeah, we were ready to go from the moment the game was scheduled. We couldn't wait to play them. We just treated it like any other game. Like, we didn't even think about the stands. Obviously, we saw those heads and faces when you come off the field. When I go on defense, but when I came off the field, I was just looking around. It's like, wow, there's so many people here. But, yeah, the other game, it was really fun. Obviously, winning the second, it was just great. It was a great time.
I mean, you had obviously probably arguably the best quarterback, I said, not only here in North Jersey with the state of New Jersey and Enzo Arjona. I mean, just talk about this offense, especially him, Nick Branca, and the wide receiving core.
We just had so many weapons.
So many weapons. I mean, especially
Branca, Langen, Sparago, Murray, Ali Garcia, Kyle Major, it's just Jane DeRillis, and our linemen too, like Lucian, Charlie, all those guys. They just were just so talented, and it showed. It showed.
Yeah, that's got to do something, especially for you guys on the defensive side of the ball. When the offense is there, is putting out the points on the board, and then it makes your job easier going out there and be able to perform again at a high level. But just talk about that, knowing that these guys, are able, again, to perform, and just, they balled out, of course, this year.
Oh yeah, our defense, it's just so strong. It's again, so many weapons on our defense too. Our D line was so solid. Our linebackers were fantastic. Our secondary was great. It was just great. We had a great team. It was awesome. It was really when the offense scored, the defense went out there. We were just we got this. It's over.
Hey, 52 tackles, team leading 10 sacks, and of course, none other big sack than the last play of the game. Against Rampart quarterback Jack Inserra. Just talk about this season, the preparation individually, what you did, going in. I mean, besides the team practices, and then again, those results paying off this season, Jack.
Well, I just want to say, if it wasn't for the guys who I went up against every day, like Lucian Fritsch, Scott Christie, if it wasn't for those guys, I would not even be close to have those stats at all. Those guys made me better. They always pushed me, especially our coaches. It was just great. And once it was game time, I knew I was ready, and we knew we were ready.
Yeah.
And it's what it is. And after the Rampo sack, I didn't even know the game was over. I was like, oh, if you noticed in the video, I didn't even celebrate or anything. I just and then I saw Coach Costanzo and Coach Oren, running. I was like, all right, we won. Let's do it. Great.
There you are, as I said, celebrating with your teammates, the coaches, the fans, especially the students there, to raise that, North One, Group 4 sectional championship. What did that mean in that moment? You could see it was just so emotional. I mean, especially for the seniors, but just for the team itself, to again, win, in that type of fashion.
It was just so surreal. It was like a dream come true. It was so great. All that hard work and preparation for that game, and the whole leading up to all the hard work and preparation leading up to that game. The season's on the line. It was just great, and holding up that trophy and taking pictures with all the D line and all the teammates, and getting a picture with Coach Russo. We didn't know that was gonna be our last one with him. Yeah. So it was great. It was so awesome.
I know you rattled off a bunch of names, but I wanted to, especially on the defensive side, just looking at the numbers were just mind-boggling. Kevin Satorsky, 122 tackles, 6 sacks. Jacob Carlin, 82 tackles, 7.5 sacks. Charlie Johnson, 84 tackles. He talked about Charlie Sparago, 76 tackles, and Austin Calarco, 89 tackles. I mean, just again, phenomenal numbers that these guys put up. And then, of course, a bunch of them earning all Bergen County and then Super Football Conference, Patriot Red Division honors. Just, I'm going to talk about this, collective unit, just, I mean, just playing, just what that, I mean, just, this season, what that meant to you.
Well, it all started in the summer. We all came together. We just formed this brotherhood, and it just grew, game in and game out, like get week in and week out. So and a lot of the scout guys too, they got us better, and we practice hard. We got each other better. It was just a great team, great season, and that's what it is. We just hard work and dedication.
Yeah. Talk about. I mean, I think Northern Highlands has got such a rich tradition and culture, the brotherhood, there. Talk about, I mean, again, over the year, I mean, it just seems like, over the years, but this year especially is where you guys really ascended to that, that highest, peak, and level of the mountain. Like, every week, that's what people were talking about Northern Highlands. How good did that feel in that locker room and, just amongst you guys?
Well, like you said before, we're on air. It's the bagpipes and the smoke and running out of the tunnel, running out of the tunnel and walking up on the hill. It's like you're ready for war. Like you can, like no one can stop you. And once you step on that field, it's go time. And like I said, the locker room is nuts. You can't wait. You just can't wait to get out there. Like it's great. It's an amazing feeling.
They talk about, putting the pads on, wearing that Highlanders jersey, that number 11 jersey, that helmet. What does that represent to you, personally, Jack?
Well, when I was a sophomore, they just gave me that number. I was like, all right, like that number 11 looks cool. And then when I put on that jersey, it's like pride. This is me. So whenever I put it on, I feel like I have to do the best that I can for my family, my team, my friends. Like I have to be the best I could be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's true. Hey, we talk about the home games. How about the road games? All those bus trips. Said that's again builds up that chemistry, that cohesiveness. Talk about those moments as well. That how much you said how special that is as well.
Well, some of the best games I can remember is the East Side game. That was a great atmosphere. Also the Clifton game in the Mustang Arena or Clifton Arena.
Yeah.
It was an awesome atmosphere. I wish Highlands had a stadium like that. It was so great. Those two games were really, really, really big games, and obviously came out victorious.
Yeah.
And it was just awesome.
That's great. Hey, I know we're still in the midst of this COVID-19 pandemic. It's not been easy, especially coming out 2020 and then, here in 2021, this past season. Now, as we head here, of course, into 2022, I'm just wondering for you, how you've been able to sort of navigate through those, rough waters and, being able to stay safe and sound as well, and the team as well.
Well, Coach Russo always told me, he was like, guys, don't go out, don't party, just stay home, stay safe, take it easy. Yeah. If you guys are going to get together, stay within yourselves. I got vaccinated as soon as the vaccine came out. I got my second shot. So yeah, just laying low, hanging with your buddies, and just getting better.
Yeah. You talked about Coach Russo. I mean, how he was able to build this program up to championship, level, and winning sectional titles. As we know, he departed, said for Paramus Catholic. I mean, just talk about this journey, especially this past season with him and week after week, and just, what he meant to you, said here.
Coach Russo really set the tone for coming to work every day and working hard. He really did, and that's that. When you saw Coach Russo come back, like get fired up, and just it's like so hard to describe. It just brought the team together. Like we knew like we had to do this for him. Like we had to do, like it was for Russo, for the Northern Highlands. We had to get it done.
Yeah. Don't want to forget a couple of the other coaches, defensive coordinator Brian Durango, defensive line coach Orrin Wilson, head strength coach Mike Nunziato, assistant strength coach Jake Blasovic, and trainer Pete Koniges. Can you talk about those guys, some of them, what they've meant to you, like, in terms of your development, your progression? You saw what you were able to do this past season with the number of sacks and tackles you had.
Coach Durango is hands down one of the best defense coordinators in the state of New Jersey. Coach Orrin, I can't name it. Like he's got me so much better from the day I walked on that field and to now. It's just mind-boggling. Coach Pete, Coach Pete, the trainer. Mm-hmm. I say you're the MVP every time I see him. He's the magic man. He can make anytime you're hurt, you need something taped. Anything, he's right there. He's always like boosting you up. And he's a teacher too. You ever need a favor, he's always got you. Coach Nuns and Coach Jake, they're the best in the business. TNT training is so good. It's a great atmosphere. It's where athletes come to get better and train, obviously.
You know what's so remarkable is that, especially with the public schools, I mean, guys don't have the deepest rosters. Guys are playing two ways, and for being able to excel on both sides of the ball is just, again, is incredible. And it's just as you said, it's a testament to the coaching staff and of course to the trainer as well. I wanted to just switch, just have a couple more. I wanted to switch to the support from Northern Highlands Regional High School, the students, athletic director Michael Cott, and principal Joseph Ochino. Just we can talk about what they've meant in terms of that support for the football team.
Oh yeah, they're supporting the football team 100%. They're always there. They always say hi to the football guys. They're always there for them. Like we see them before the games. They're talking to us before the games, hyping us up. The students are always putting up posters. The student section gets wild. It's a great. There's no place I'd rather be.
Talk about leading up to game day during the week at school. What that environment is like. This past season.
Everyone's locked in. Everyone knows football players. They got a big game. They're locked in. It's go time at 7 at whatever time it was, like 7. Yeah. Like 5:36 or whatever time it was. Yeah. We were ready to go. Like,
that's great. It's not easy. I've asked students this. You're a student athlete. It's just not about athletics. It's about academics as well. I always ask, every athlete, how you guys balance it out. Time management, organization. I mean, it's not. I mean, between practices, you're watching film, and then you got games, and then you have to hit the books. I mean, it's not easy. I mean, I'm just wondering how you've been able, personally been able to do it.
Well, Sunil, it's not easy at all. It's hard work and dedication. Yeah. You got a test tomorrow. You got to have a practice at 9 o'clock. You hit the books till 11:30. Like, yeah. It is.
It's great. So just going back to Northern Highlands Regional High School, what makes it so special to attend? And then also, if you can talk about the community of Allendale as well.
Oh, like I said, the environment, the people, the connection you make. It's like I said, no place I'd rather be. It's a great – Northern Highlands is, in my opinion, the best public school in the state of New Jersey. There's no public school better. In Allendale, they're always supporting us, the AB&G. It's – like I said, again, no place I'd rather be.
It's great. Just have a couple more left. Don't want to forget about family. If you want to talk about, support from, parents, if you have any siblings, just what that meant to you, here during your time at Northern Highlands Regional High School and the game of football as well.
Well, my mom, my dad, my brother Quinn, and my grandparents and my aunts and my cousins, they're always there to support me. I have a group of people always in the corner. I know where they are every game. I know they're there for me, supporting whatever I do. And it's great. Like we were talking about the jersey. Like I put that on for them. Like I have to prove to them that I can the best I could be.
Great. I was wondering when you were growing up, what sports you played, and then if you want to answer, what makes the game of football so special to play as well? You probably answered it, but just wanted to ask you about that.
So growing up, I stopped. I used football, wrestling, and lacrosse. I quit football. I quit wrestling in 8th grade. But I played football the minute they gave out the sign-up sheet in kindergarten. They were like, "Here, you guys want to play football?" I came home with a pen, and I was like, "Mom, sign me up." I couldn't wait. Lacrosse, I started playing in like 4th grade. I wasn't really sure of it, and now I love it.
It's great. Uh, I'm just wondering. I think you're in a great position. Actually, to offer this. So actually, before I get to the message for younger kids and teens, I had to ask you about on Sundays, with the NFL, any particular, players, especially on the defensive side of the ball that you pay attention to.
Well, I'm a really big Chiefs fan, so I
Okay.
love watching Tyrann Mathieu and
Yeah.
Chris Jones just go at it on other opposing offenses. It's just so awesome. I watch the Giants too. Leonard Williams is the dog.
Yeah.
I like trying to learn from them. A lot of someone who I hate the Chargers, but Joey Bosa's an animal.
Yeah.
I love watching his moves. I try to be like him so much. Same with Von Miller. He's an animal too.
Yeah. It's great. Yeah, so I wanted to get to I think you're in a great spot to offer advice, said to younger kids, said athletes out there who want to end up, said succeeding in football and sports in general, just what your advice would be for them, Jack.
Like I sound like a broken record, Sunil, but hard work and dedication will get you so far in life. If you really want to do something great, just work hard at it every day, and you're going to do it. You're going to do it. And if you really want to be good at something, hard work and dedication.
No, well said. Okay, Jack, new segment, I've had for a while is the athlete gets the last word. Your message to, family, friends, teammates, Northern Highlands Regional High School, the town of Allendale. The floor is yours.
Well, I just want to say thank you for everything you guys have given me, and I can't wait to put on another show for a year.
Sounds good. Hey, Jack, it said just an incredible honor and privilege, to be able to interview you. Looking forward to, of course, the 2022 season, and what the Hounders, said will do here. And, again, wishing you continued success.
Sunil, thank you so much.
Thank you.